if you go. I promise you, you'll get your victory. Not in the end, but within your reach. Keep listening to your inner voice and doing what it asks of you. If need be, confide in someone you trust. We all learning in a vast world.
Okay, don't worry. Have you put this one on silence too?
Sometimes it's hard to find one chance to feel your soul by calling time alignment on the back of your head alone. Everyone's need one to grab her by the whole world getting seen. I wrong beaches, let you go. I promise you, you'll get your victory. Not in the end, but within your reach. Keep listening to your inner voice and doing what it asks of you. If need be, confide in someone you trust. We are all learning in a vast world. We are all learning in a vast world.
Right, thank you so much for joining me on the morning talk show with Tim Abel, and it's 11 minutes past the hour of 3, and I'm certain you're all prepared for the 10th of December's very lovely show. Keep listening while we give you one of the most splendid episode of our show. Don't forget, it's still the morning talk show with Tim Abel on Armed Forces Radio 107.7, and we come here every Wednesdays between the hour of 3:05 to 4 p.m. And on this show, we teach you how to build, market, and sell your business even when there is no money in your pocket. And every week, we break down practical steps to turn your ideas into income right on this show. And today's topic is another very powerful one. In case you may want to slip out of our fingers, let me just give you an idea into what today's topic is all about. First, it's important to note that over 60 billion worth of goods is being imported into this very lovely country on an annual basis. And most of these goods we're talking about are goods that can actually be produced locally. Again, over 60% of Nigeria's population is under the age of 30, creating one of the largest consumer markets in Africa. I recall talking about the fact that if you have own a business today, just target selling to 1 million people in a year, and you're bound to be somewhere flying. But here we have over 60% of 270 million Nigerians under the age of 30. That gives you a potential market that can buy any kind of product you create. Now, here is the third fact that you know, that less than 10% of SMEs operate in structured, scalable sectors, meaning that the remaining 90% are not structured, they are not scalable. And what that translates to is the fact that these businesses are just surviving just to feed themselves. This is the point I'm trying to bring you to. What if you have something that is structured, something that is scalable? What makes you feel that the world will not be in your pocket? That's the potential you have in this country. And I worry most times when people say they want to jackpot. I've had the opportunity of one or two friends saying, Tim, come, let's go to Canada, let's go to US, let's go to UK and stay there. Listen, I think for me, the day I'm going to make such decision, I probably would be in my 90s. And I have a reason for that. But again, I'm going to put you, or put that opportunity of taking care of the 90s in your palm today by virtue of what we're going to be talking about, so that you can see the opportunity that is lying and nobody seems to be tapping. Managing the old people. It's not very, very common in this country. And here's the reality. Most Nigerians think that opportunities are finished. But the truth is, there are 1,000,001 opportunities abound. Nigeria is actually not lacking opportunities. The problem is Nigerians are lacking the eyes to see these opportunities. Now, you must understand that even in recession, insecurity, inflation, or change in policies, those areas are where opportunities hide in this economy, in this country. All the chaos I've mentioned, that includes recession, insecurity, inflation, change in policies, you may call them chaos. But listen here, beneath this very chaos you're seeing are where lies the opportunities untapped. And today we're going to be talking about a very vital topic in relation to this very facts and reality I've put before you. And I titled it, How to Spot Untapped Opportunities in the Nigerian Economy. I still remain Tim Abel on the Armed Forces Radio Morning Talk Show with Tim Abel. And we have begun a sweet journey that's going to take you into a banging 2026. Keep listening.
Keep listening to your inner voice and doing what it has to do. If need be, finding someone you trust. We are all learning in a vast world. We are all learning in a vast world.
How to tap, or rather how to spot untapped opportunities in Nigeria's economy. And I am telling you this, that by the end of today's session, you will know where these opportunities are hiding, how to identify gaps people overlook, and how to turn problems into profitable ideas, even if you are starting with little or no capital.
It lets you down and makes people wanna laugh at you.
Don't forget, last week we discussed how to build a personal brand that sells even if nobody knows you yet. And we talked about the fact that you need to start small, you need to stay visible, and then sell big. Now, get clear on your identity is the first thing to do if you want to build a personal brand that sells even if nobody knows you yet. Get clear on your identity. Be consistently present. Publish valuable contents on every social media you can lay your hands on, or you can find your audience. Show the proofs of your expertise on those platforms. When these align, you will become unstoppable. That's what we treated last week. And this week, we are coming to talk about another very important thing. And that has to do with how to spot untapped opportunities in Nigeria's economy. You're already building a brand. You need to expand. There are opportunities you may not be tapping into yet. You have a degree certificate. You have what's it called? A primary school certificate, secondary school. It doesn't matter what certificate you're holding in your hand. As far as you can breathe, you can make money in this life. But here's the problem. If you do not have the eyes to spot opportunities, you definitely will never grow in life. And that's why we're giving you this opportunity today to rub minds with us so we can open your eyes to seeing the available opportunities that surrounds you. Now, you know that I don't go into any program without talking about the pulse I live with your heart. I don't go without dropping something that you can reminisce with through the week until I come again next week. So here's the pulse for today. I want you to have this at the back of your mind that there is a rising demand for locally produced food items. And if you go into supermarkets, I'm sure you're beginning to see a lot of locally packaged food items in our supermarkets today. Yesterday, let me just reveal this secret to you. I love Ijebugari, and I eat it with roasted granite, browned one. And today, I don't have to send to Ijebu for a bag of Ijebugari to be sent to me, which would have cost me even more. And the hurdles would have been even probably more painful. Today, I just walk into a supermarket. So at midnight after leaving office yesterday, about 10, thereabout, I walked into the supermarket and picked packaged Ijebugari, locally made. And I drove a little bit to the roundabout and I picked granite. Now, all of those things are locally packaged today. You have people, if you are from the Hausa speaking area, you know what Dawa is. If you are from the Idoma speaking area, you know what Okpehe is. If you are from the Igbo speaking area, you know, or the Yoruba speaking area, you know what the Iru is. All of these things are being packaged today and sold. So listen here, these are untapped opportunities you're leaving on the table. So have this at the back of your mind that the demand for locally produced food items is rising sporadically on a daily basis. Secondly, with regards to our weekly pulse, is the fact that there's a continuous growth in fintech users. Fintech users, financial technology apps. There is a growing demand for it. People are beginning to tilt in that direction. Virtually everything is still tilting towards that direction. Even the country's central bank is putting so much pressure on traders to tilt in that direction because they want to completely erase cash transaction from the society. Now that's an untapped opportunity that you are leaving on the table. Don't also forget that the demand for houses, for shelter, is increasing because there is a huge deficit in urban cities. And gladly, that's one area we're playing in. What about you looking in this direction? And finally, on the weekly pulse is the fact that the government is pushing for digital records and automation. What if you decided to go learn something that can help you produce something that the government and the people can buy from? Now, each of these signals one particular thing, that opportunities are shifting and those who pay attention will win. Now, in case you are listening to me for the first time, my name remains Tim Abel, and this is the Morning Talk Show with Tim Abel on Armed Forces Radio 107.7. It's 24 minutes past the hour of 3. We are talking about how to spot untapped opportunities in Nigeria's economy. The reason is to ensure that we position you properly before the 2026 comes in. Sorry, please. And don't forget, for questions, contributions, or whatever you want to bring to the table for us, please, you can send a message to our WhatsApp number. It's 0802 794 1987. I come again with the number is 0802 794 1987. You can always leave your message contributions there. Today, we're talking about how to spot untapped opportunities in Nigeria's economy. And there are 5 major things to look at. 5 powerful ways to spot untapped opportunities in Nigeria's economy. Number 1, follow the demand gaps. Number 1, follow the demand gaps. Follow the demand gaps. That's number 1. Now, what are we trying to say? Where people are complaining gives you a sign that there is a demand for a solution to that complaint. Now, take a look at areas where people are probably discussing challenges. Take a look at where people import, where people say this thing is not available, whereas they have the money to pay for it. For example, you and I know that there is a major problem with affordable housing in Nigeria today. There are people who would be willing to pay for it, but they don't have it. They don't have it. Food processing, treatment of water. Most treatment of water we get today is from water boards, and most water boards are no longer functioning in this country today. Transportation is also another major gap. Power. The alternative is a major gap as well. Local manufacturing of daily essentials are major gaps. Now, if Nigeria is importing it, what if you can produce it rather? What if you can produce these things? If Nigerians are complaining about it, what if you can position yourself as a person to solve it? That's the number 1 powerful way to spot untapped opportunities, by following the demands. Number 2, look for places where systems are broken. You can turn your left, right, center, up, down in Nigeria, and you see 1,000,001 places where systems are broken. Yes, in this country, I'm talking about Nigeria, anything that makes life easier automatically becomes a business in this country. Areas with broken systems include healthcare centers or healthcare access, education delivery, agricultural storage, logistics and delivery, government documentation, identity verification, transportation and mobility. I can keep naming them on and on. Now, every broken system needs what we call organization, structure, and consistency. And entrepreneurs are the ones who create these very things I'm talking about. So if you're smart, go look for broken systems and then try to fix it by ensuring you bring organized, structured, and consistent delivery of your service, and you will sell. You will have a good business. The third one, pay attention to emerging trends. In 2007, thereabout, we had the trend in forex trading, and a whole lot happened that period. Now, as we speak today, remote work is an emerging trend. People no longer want to hire too many people and put in their office and be paying them huge amounts of money without having those results equivalent to the payments they give. So we have online platforms that have decided to now create the opportunity for people who have the skills to sit in the comfort of their home and then deliver their services within and around the world and get paid hugely. Some of these platforms could include freelancer. There are just many. I think we have close to about 27 currently. You can go find them and understand what I'm talking about. Now, these are trends. What if you could design yours and set it up and then hire your digital skills marketers, the artisans and all of that, and put on this platform? It's going to make money for you. Another emerging trend is the digital skill. I see every now and then when I go on Facebook, I see adverts popping up about AI. These are digital skills having the alternatives today. But then a lot of people still want the raw digital skills. What if you could learn them and then sell them? E-commerce is also powerful. Short-let housing, renewable energy, AI-powered services, online education, healthy lifestyle alternatives. I mentioned elderly care, taking care of people at 90, 80, and 90 and above. That's why I said if I'm going to go abroad, I probably would go there. But if you are ready to set that up and it's well enough at 90, I can come and become your client. But listen here. If I had that opportunity when my dad was over 100, when he was alive, I would have probably moved him from my house to that place because he would have enjoyed that attention. Maybe I will go there every evening. I know some people would say, oh, God forbid, why would I? No, come on. You cannot be chasing money to keep your home and then be giving your father or your mother 100% attention at home. It's usually not. In fact, it weakens them. That's why most parents will come to your house and the next minute they are waking up in the middle of the night, taking their shower and telling you, please get the next bus for me. I want to go back to my home. Because they don't want to be lonely. And you're giving them too much of loneliness. Now, opportunities appear first as a trend, then becomes a gold mine. Take a look at that. Number 4, look at what people around you already spend on. Study spending habits of people that includes food, rent, transport, healthcare, data subscriptions, baby products, beauty, and grooming, clothing also, small household items. These are areas where money goes every day. And these businesses will never die. They grow forever. So take a look at that area. Those are untapped opportunities. And the last one, you need to observe problems you are personally facing. Those problems you are facing. If you're facing those problems, 199 people are facing those problems, if not 1 million or more. Now, Nigeria's biggest opportunities are hidden in those daily frustrations that you go through. Your suffering today can become your income tomorrow. So this is what you need to do. Ask yourself, what problem stresses you often? What service do you wish exists or existed around you? And what solution would save you time and money right now? Now, if you're able to answer these very questions, it means you already have a business opportunity untapped that is waiting for you. Go get it done. That brings us to the last, as a borders on the very 5 powerful opportunities or ways to spot untapped opportunities in Nigeria and then begin your own journey. Now, it's important to state this fact that the future is actually yours. It's all in your hand. The problem would be your inability to convert those problems into opportunities. Not those who run from the problems are the winners. It's those who are able to convert those problems into opportunities. Now, opportunity is not found. Opportunity is actually interpreted. So your eyes must be trained to see where money is. And money is always where there are problems. So open your eyes, shine your eyes. Now, here is what I'm going to leave with you. This very week, as you have listened to me, because the major problem would be me coming to tell you all of these things, and at the end of the day, you're not even taking action. But if you think you're set to take action, if you think you're set to make money, I'm not talking about those shiny substances. I'm talking about reality. I'm talking about things you can start doing right from this very moment, and will take you to very point you want to get to, the dream you always had. Start doing it. So this is what I want you to do. Pick one gap in your environment today and ask yourself, what is the problem in that gap you have spotted? Then ask yourself, who are those that need a solution to that problem? And then the third question you should be able to ask yourself is, how frequent do these people need the solution? Then lastly, ask yourself if you can start small in solving this problem. Now, if you are able to answer these questions honestly, you will identify a business immediately. Now, I'll tell you this very short story. A young man in Lagos noticed that most estates had these very erratic waste collection practices. Now, he also was part of this very estates. And then instead of him complaining, what he did was simply to go register a company name. And he gave the name to portray the exact services he intends to offer. Listen here, today, he has over 18 estates in Lagos that he manages their waste for, earning millions of naira on a monthly basis from all these 18 estates. This is one broke man that never had any connection, but he saw a problem and he took advantage of this problem. What are the problems you are currently going through? Or what are the problems you see a lot of people complain about around where you are? That is where to start. That is where to begin. This young man I just talked about did not invent a new business. He simply solved a problem that others ignored. Now, here's the lesson I want you to take home. Problems are God's way of showing you where the money is hiding. So this is what to do. Take a look again. Observe very deep. Here in Abuja, Lagos, Enugu, Kaduna, Port Harcourt, Kano, Benue, wherever you are, every city is full of opportunities waiting for the bold man or woman to tap on or to tap into. So this is an opportunity for you. But I know the greatest worry most people would have. It is not a spiritual problem. It is not a hereditary problem. It is a problem within you. And that problem is what I call laziness. Some people want to sit where they can just easily get paid salaries on a monthly basis. They just want to wake up in the morning, get dressed, and go pick. See, you're definitely going to be paid by a good boss. You're going to be seeing that salary every month, but your life can never move from where you are. So this is what I have to tell you. Do not continue to lean on that salary. Do not continue to wait on man to solve your financial problems. You have got everything you need to do. If you've been listening to the show, I've been talking about how to build relationships that can actually spoil your business into a greater limelight. I've talked about so many aspects that can help you, even if you have no money, to move in the direction the money would be answerable to you. Now, I am a living testimony today because I've told my stories times and times again. I didn't just fall from the sky. I was a banker from, how do we even call it? Is it a humble background? By some chances, I would say I was one of the first that graduated from the university in my own family. From a poor home, I was busy working in various environments to see myself through the university. So I'm not speaking from the sky. I'm not borrowing the ideas of someone. I'm telling you from experience. And by His grace, I was given the chance to work in the bank. And I rose to becoming a branch manager for different banks, the head of credit and marketing for one of the banks, and business development manager for another bank. Now, in 5 different banks, I would say. I've gathered all these experiences, and I came to the street, and I found myself on the ground, because the street is not the same thing you have in the bank. The bank is already a system, structured, set up by the owners already. So they know how to run their business, but on the street it's not done. It's not that way. And when I came to the street, I got beaten. I lost so much money. And I am telling you, I got back on my feet by virtually starting without money. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do today. You can start without money, but you must be able to spot the untapped opportunities around you. Now, when we come back, we're going to make a very short announcement, and then don't forget we're leaving our lines open, but please don't call. Just send us a WhatsApp message if you have a question. It's 08027941987, 0802-794-1987. So if you have got questions, please drop your question there. It's 0802-794-1987. When we come back, we'll do a short announcement and then we'll proceed.
Sometimes life can be so scary.
That's the
It lets you down and makes people wanna laugh at you. But don't you ever give up. Roll your sleeves and get back to work. Stay focused and do all you can to remain on track with your goals. I promise you'll get your victory. Not in the end, but within your reach. Keep listening to your inner voice and doing what.
Sorry, please, we just provided the number and we said, don't call us. Please respect this instruction. Don't call the numbers. If you have questions, just drop your question in our WhatsApp platform, or you send a text message if you don't have a WhatsApp app. It's 0802-794-1987, 0802-794-1987. Please don't call this number. Just drop your message if you've got a question, a contribution to make. Show my son.
But don't you ever give up. Roll your sleeves and get back to work.
just said, please don't call this number. Don't call the number. What is difficult in just getting this instruction? Don't call the number. Just send a message. It's as simple as that. All right, so we've got this announcement to make. We would be spending too much time here. Hills and Harvey Real Estate is currently doing its promo, and they're giving about 10% discount on their properties. It's 2-bedroom semi-detached and 3-bedroom semi-detached bungalows. Now the location is at Pianco, just immediately after Navy Estate. And the numbers to call is 0803 8314 993. I call again, it's 0803 8314 993. Now, let's talk about what you stand to enjoy. You see, the problem of buying a property around Karishi axis has always been there since 2011 or thereabout, even though the place is a city of its own. But here's the challenge. Most people start looking at the distance between Karishi and Nyanya before they now start coming into town. So in 2011, the contract was awarded to a company to construct the road from Apo to Karishi. And that road took over 14 years or so. Today is 2025. 2011. There's no normal contract that stays that long. Now, here's the good news. I'm excited. A week ago or 2 weeks ago, the FCT minister, His Excellency Governor Minister Nyesom Wike, did a very, very brutal, or rather took a very, very brutal decision. He revoked the contract from that contractor and gave it to a new contractor who has been very, very excellent with their delivery across the country. SCC, let me mention the name. SCC is currently the contractors working on that road. Now go to that road and you'll be amazed at what SCC has done in the last 1 week since they got commissioned to take over the contract. And you know that it just takes normal reasoning for things to work in this country. Some people are just there to continue to stop things from working. Look at, someone was given a contract for since 2011, couldn't achieve anything. And here we have a new contractor who is massively bulldozing that road. And here's the promise, that by next year, that road will be as accessible as air. It means that you have the greatest opportunity today. We are not asking you to come and do land banking. See, come and buy your land and start building now. And the sweetest part of this is the fact that this land has titles, it has development control approvals, it has building design. You have nothing to go and start worrying about. Your road construction into your estate is already there. Electricity is there. We will just tap into your own house. Water has already been dug, or the borehole has already been dug. It's just to put the channel to your room. Now, don't miss it if you want to have this opportunity now, because we have limited numbers. Take this 10% discount. I am authorizing the 10% discount by virtue of my position in this company. And I am saying call Sarah on 0803 8314 993. Please, you can call Sarah after this show, and she will be willing to give you all the details for the 2-bedroom semi-detached and 3-bedroom semi-detached bungalows. Now we have the Renewed Renaissance Family Ministry led by Dr. Paul, or rather Dr. John Agbo, coming up with a bang again this Sunday. And our Sunday service is not in the morning, it's in the evening, 5 p.m., where we go sit down in the comfort of some very serene environment. It's actually in the Silverbed Cinema, 4th floor, Hall 1, Central Business District, Abuja. And guess what? this Sunday will be our carol night, the Christmas carol night. Please come one, come all, and enjoy the presence of God. Right. And again, this is another opportunity from Hills and Harvey Real Estate. They are giving you an open line. If you want to start your own business without money, join the real estate agents for Hills and Harvey Real Estate, because they have a lot of products and you can begin to sell and make your money. I told a story last Sunday in my church where I said one of my first deals was 256,000 thereabout. When I sold the property, I was like, wow, hunger was broken. Then at this time, I was terribly broke. But as God would have it, I made that sale and I got paid. And that is how the journey for my real estate began. And today, I own a real estate company. I own an estate, functional estate, that we have properties and we're selling, not for someone. So we own this one. So you can call Sarah on 0803-8314-993. See, whether you have a job currently, start doing agency on the side. The income stream is something different. It is better than your current job. Get it and start making your own money. Now, if you also want to join our agents to promote our radio show where people can advertise on this show, you can also call Chris. It's 0811-233-9457. We will advertise your product on this show. Leave that to us, and by God's grace, we'll be able to deliver. You can call Chris on 0811-233-9457. When I come back, we'll be wrapping up on the show.
To remain on track with you go.
Now, in wrapping up, we have just talked about how to spot untapped opportunities in Nigeria's economy, and we talked about the 5 ways to spot these opportunities in Nigeria's economy. Number 1, we said identify demand gaps. Number 2, we said check out for broken systems. Number 3, we talked about the fact that there are rising trends. Take a look at those areas. Number 4, we talked about the spending habits of people. Take a look at that area as well. And number 5, we talked about personal frustrations. That has to do with you. What are you challenged about? What are your worries? What are the problems you're currently facing? And things you think that if you have them, you will pay anything for them. That's areas you can start from. Now, if you master these very things, opportunities will never run away from you again. A man who can see clearly during confusion will always become a leader after the storm. So if you've got questions, please send your questions. Send information about your business ideas, the opportunity you have observed, and let us see how we can discuss these things with you on our platforms, because we've got no time here. Now, here is my advice again. Don't just listen when I talk on this show or when we talk on this show. It's important that you take action immediately. Now, it's also necessary to inform you this fact that this country we call Nigeria rewards those who are proactive, not those who complain. Now, the economy may be tough, yes, but tough economies create the toughest entrepreneurs. Find yourself to become one. Let me just give you a sneak peek into our next topic for next week. How to turn small hustle into a structured, scalable business. I've just talked about the fact that most of you do businesses, but businesses that will only feed you from hand to mouth. So why not come and learn how to structure your business, make it scalable, so you can begin to enjoy the benefits of becoming an entrepreneur. And I promise you it will be powerful, so don't miss it. Now, if today's session blessed you, if today's session touched a part in you, I want you to share our video on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram to your friends. And don't forget, you can always connect with our Facebook account or any of our social media accounts via at Tim Abel X, TIMABELX. I am Abel, not Cain. But of course, I'm the Abel that did not die. And remember, your success story is waiting for your own visibility. I want to especially thank you for tuning in on the show today. And I want to appreciate the fact that you've been with us all this while, and you will continue to stay with us. Always enjoy more of the tidbits on our social media handles, like I said. And special thanks to my coordinators on the show, Sarah and Madam Nene. She knows I always forget that name. Now to you out there, remember your greatest capital is not money. It's your mindset, creativity, and consistency. So don't wait to start. Start with what you have right where you are. Just join me again next week for another powerful episode. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep winning. I am Tim Abel, your host of the Morning Talk Show with Tim Abel on Forces Radio 107.7. Mogadishu, Cantonment, Abuja, FCT. Success remains your duty, your obligation, and your responsibility. You've got to own it. See you soon.
Doing what it asks of you. And if need be, providing someone you trust. We all learning in a vast world.
We've not off it. We've not ended it.
I promise you
Someone is already calling you.
we'll get your victory.
On the release date?
Yes.
In the end, but within your reach. Keep listening to your inner voice and doing what it asks of you.
All right.
And if need
Sarah,
be, confiding
pick these things.
someone you trust. We all learning in a vast world.
The billionaire. Oh boy, you don't doze off. Oh. All right, thank you, my sister. Have a great day, eh? All right, Nene. Take care.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
Okay, au revoir.